ישראל מירושלים, בוקר טוב ושלום רב. שעה 8:35, והנה החדשות. במה מדליקים ובמה מדליקים. אוקיי, תתן לנו.
Impressive.
תתן לנו? It's fine, David. So we have כ"א עמוד א', I'm sorry, כ' עמוד ב'.
Impressive how every news station, every commercial thing sounds the same. It's the same person.
כ' עמוד ב'. במה מדליקים? this פרק. We used to have a חברת משניות. So חברת משניות, when I was a kid, it was next to the shul over there. If you do משניות בעל פה, you're getting a shekel per perek. Back then was a lot of money per perek, but you can buy only prizes. So you can do only once a year the same perek. That makes you to remember it. So we all used to do, so that was the perek we used to do consistent once a year. במה מדליקים, with what you can light with to make, they're talking about now ptilot, with the week of Shabbat.
I can know what you're saying. I can know what you're saying.
ובמה אין מדליקים, and what you are not allowed to light with. אין מדליקים, you're not allowed to use the following weeks for Shabbat candles. לא בלחש, the Gemara will explain each one what is that means, ולא בחוסן. Anyway, I feel like on Shabbat, ולא בחלב, I don't need to explain. ולא בפתילת העידן, ולא בפתילת המדבר, ולא בירוקה שעל פני המים. ולא בזפת, now we're talking about a types of oils. Not tar, ולא בשמן. ולא בשמן קי, ולא בשמן שרפה, ולא בעלייה, not with fat, ולא בחלב, another type of fat. נחום עמדי אומר, מדליקים בחלב מבושל, יעלה to light with cooked fat, וחכמים אומרים, אחד ושם אחד שאינו מבושל.
הם מדליקים פה.
הם מדליקים פה, why not? גמורה. לא זה גמורה, לחש.
אנשים מוסיפים משהו, לא? תוספת אשכנזי?
לא, זה לא.
זה לא.
לא, אותו פרק.
Wait, the second
רב חנינה, ויש להם בסוף
the second part was the oils, right? But what was the first part?
וויקס.
Wicks, got it.
Wait, wicks of Shabbat candles or Kabbalah candles?
שבת, everything שבת. שבת. הבדלת הזה מה בהלכה. אמין לא בהלכה. לא התכוונתי. לחש, אוקיי. רבי סיים מדליקים לא בלחש, שוב בינדק לחש. Just, I need your emotional support. לחש, שוחה דארזה. That's the shucha of the tree. איך הוא אומר? cedar. ארז זה cedar?
The hairs were just talking about.
ארז זה cedar, אה?
It's the bark of the tree.
Oh,
Yeah, the bark. You know, it has like little strings.
It's the outside.
Okay, שוחה דארזה.
זה קליפה של העץ.
Okay, so that's why. Yeah, okay. So the Gemara, שוחה דארזה, העץ בעלמא, it's a wood. It's a flammable. It's not a wick. It's not a wick. The Gemara says, "Be'amranita de'it," but there is inside a wool, like hair, inside.
You're talking about sap, no?
No, it's
How do you
It
translate
says
be'amranit?
woolly substance in the...
Woolly substance, okay.
But like...
Wooden
something-
substance would be
Woolly.
Like something soft in the tree.
woolly. ולא בחוסן.
בגלל שיש לו...
כן, that's like a wick.
anyway.
כן, ולא בחוסן, שוב בנדק, אמר רבי יוסף, נעורת של פשטן. The flax of flax residue. Am I right? אמר לי, אביי והכתיב, והיה החסון לנעורת. הפסוק said that the חוסן will be to נעורת. You just explained the חוסן means נעורת. But the pasuk said that the chosen will be neore. That means it's two different things. But it says, "Ela amar Abaye kitna." We're talking about cotton, the dike, velo nafitz, cotton that was pressed and not separated. Yeah.
מה זה
זה לא
חוסן
נפיץ,
מאוד?
אין שם נמשך אחר. מה זה נפיץ?
Chasson will be. I don't know what it is. The pasuk, but chosen that is two
מה זה
different things.
נפיץ? פרס?
לא, לא.
Huh?
מה זה נפיץ?
Nafitz is spread into pieces. The way you used to process the cotton, you press it and then you comb it and you get it in. It was
you didn't
pressed
comb it.
and not combed.
Since you didn't comb it,
No, it doesn't leak well.
it doesn't lay well.
The oil doesn't fly through
when
it
it's
well.
pressed.
Only pressed, not
not
combed.
combed.
ולא בחלך. אמר שמואל, שאולי ידע מה זה חלך, he didn't know what חלך mean. שאלתינו לכולי נכות הימה. I was asking all those who are going on the water. The Gemara, anytime that they want to ask anything about nature and stuff and information, people used to sell, they used to ask them questions. So asking all those sales, ואמרי לה, כולך שמי. And they said, their name today is כולך. Shkoyach, you know, we don't know Kalach, and now it's Kulcha. However, Rav Yitzchak Bar Zeir Amar, Gushkera. Gushkera is the residue of the silk. The residues of the silk. Rabin V'Abaye, Avuyat Mekamed Ravana, Rabin V'Abaye was sitting in front of Ravana Nehemiah, was Achua Deresh Galusa, was the brother of the ex-clerk. Chazua finally.
Oh, we're finally back to the escalator, huh?
Chazua, they saw it. De'ave lavish metachsa. He dressed with the clothes made out of kalach. Amar li Rabin le'Abaye, Ainu kalach. This is the tna. This is kalach. Is something like that. So this is kalach. This is the type of silk that we said in the Mishnah. The tna in the Mishnah kalach you're not allowed to light with. This is the type of kalach.
שלא יבעירו אותו. שלא יבעירו אותו בטעות.
Okay, let me check you, if you're working. The Gemara says in Nida was a certain black for the blood of Nida. So the Gemara says was a guy who was wearing a black garment, and one of the Moraim said, this is the black. Mishnah says everybody bought a piece out of his garment. He left without a garment.
Oh my God.
So this type of silk, Rabin said to Abaye, this is kalach, that said in the Mishnah. Amar le'ana shira pardna karina lach. To one who said in the Mishnah, I call it shira parnada. I call it shira parnada, and not this type of garment that he used to be wearing. So he said, I called kalach of the Mishnah shira parnada. The Gemara asked Meiti v'yaskem. The Braisa said, Ashiraim ve'akalach ve'asrikin chayavim betzitzit. So you see over here that shiraim and kalach are two different things. So how can you tell me that kalach in the Mishnah means shira parnada when we see here the Braita says that shiraim and...
I said somewhere in the TV.
Yeah. מה לא משנה, ככה קוראים לזה, נו. So he said...
עוד איזה שם.
זה השם עובד.
אמר פה משהו? של
מקום? של המקום, של הדבר.
של הדבר שעכשיו, הסילק?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
So I'm asking.
I feel like we're in a Spanish class today.
No.
Ahora en español, Adriano.
כן, pero todo lo haciendo eso que no habla nada. אומר לרבין לאביי, said Rabin to Abaye, again, I'm repeating a few lines earlier. When he saw him dressing up with this garment, Ainu kalach detna. This is the kalach that we said in the Mishnah. Amar le, Ana shira pardana karin alach. I called it shira pardana. This is not kalach. This is shira pardana. So he asked him, ATV, ashiraim vehakalach. והסריקים חייבים בציצית. You see the shiraim and kalach, two different things. How can you call the one in the Mishnah shira pardana? The Gemara says tiyuvta. It's a good question. Done. Ibaitemi, if you want to say shira lechud, the shira parnada lechud. There are two types of. There is shira, and when we said ashiraim va'kalach, it's two different things. But shira parnada, that's kalach. So when he said I called kalach shira parnada, that's shira parnada. When the Mishnah says shiraim and kalach, two different things.
Shira parnada and shira.
Yeah, it's two different things. Shira parnada and shira. שיר הוא לא שיר חדש.
שם משפחה, שירה פרנדה. איך קוראים?
לא,
שירה פרנדה.
בזה אתה מסבך פה. אז two different things. שירה פרנדה. מספיק עם מבולבלים. אוקיי. ולא בפתילת העידן. נת בפתילת העידן. מה תפילת העידן? אכווינה, ערבה. שריר וערבה, כל פתילת העידן. רבין ואביי אבקזלו בפתקה. They were walking on a place called פתקה דתמרוריתא. זאת אומרת, הרבה תמורים. בפיקת המוריתה, חזינו נענו ערבתיים, ראו את tree of ערבות, אמר רבין לאביי, אנו עידן דתנן. This is עידן that we said in our Mishnah. So עידן means ערבה. אמר לי, האי עץ בעלמא הוא. He looked at it, he said, let's look like a tree, it doesn't look like a wick. קלף, he peeled it, ואח ולהם, he showed him inside, אמרניתא, the willy, the beini, that in between, the shell to the tree, there are woolly things, so that's a material for wick. ולא בפתילת המדבר. What's פתילת המדבר? שברה, Rashi said, it's a long type of grass.
Wheat?
ולא,
Not wheat. Like the weeds.
ולא בירוקה שעל פני המים. Not with the green stuff on top of the water. מהי? What's the green stuff? אילי מאוחמתה דחריצי. If you're talking about the green things that grows by the water, הפרוכי מפרחן, you cannot use it as wheat because it's a...
It's not flammable, no?
מתפרח, No, getting mashed by your hands. You can, It's falling apart. If you take the green stuff, it's falling apart. Dissolvable, right. Very good. The Gemara says, אלא אמר רב פאפא, אוכמתה דארבע, the black things that grows around the boat, it's like hair.
Algae.
What?
Algae.
Algae. So the algae can be long and green.
אמרנו, מה אם זה זה...
If the regular green זה מתפרק,
מה זה
the
מה זה
algae.
regular green? מה זה regular green? What's the first
אבל
one?
כל אלה לא משתמשים בהם. אסור.
Before the algae.
כן.
And we said it can't
The first one is not even
They
used.
don't have algae on boats. They have like barnacles.
That's what I said, but he said algae.
When you
Tana.
climb the stairs
Bring on
and,
the surface of
זה
the
מה שאתה אוכל.
On the stairs itself, yeah.
זה מה שאתה אוכל בסושי.
No,
לא,
that's
זה
algae. It's like,
בסושי.
you know, you step on, you're like,
לא, זה
mushy,
seaweed.
nasty.
אתה מבלבל אותם, אתה מבלבל אותם, עזוב.
seaweed זה לא...
לא.
No,
טאנה.
no, mad hairy.
זה לא זה.
Anna.
טוב,
That's algae.
טאנה.
algae.
No. Seaweed is...
טאנה.
If you don't clean your
הוסיפו
pool
עליהן, they were adding on top, beside the list of the Mishnah.
איזה תספור.
הוא הביל אותם.
טענה, בוא'נה, למה אתה מפחיד אותם? הנה! בואי. טענה, beside the list of the Mishnah of weeks are not allowed to be used, הוסיפה עליהם the following item not allowed to be used. טענה הוסיפה של צמר, weeks made out of wool, ושל שיער made out of hair. In both cases, it's assumed to be used as a wig. Betana Didan, our Tana in the Mishnah, why you didn't bring it as one of the things that it's assumed. So he said, Tzemer wool, mikvatz, kavitz. Tzemer wool is getting shrink by fire and it cannot be used for a wig. Se'ar, achuche micha, se'ar getting burnt anyway, burnt quick and cannot be used as a wig. Maybe you need se'ar of the wig of a woman. So those se'ar are special. Okay. We said in the Mishnah, lex Persian. Up to here, we're talking about wigs. Now we're talking about oil. ולא בזפת, not with tar. זפת, מה זה זפת? זפתה, which is tar. שעבה, שעבה means קירוטה, which is, איך אומרים, wax. תנא, עד כאן, up to now, we list פסול פתילות. A list of wigs that are פסול. מכאן ואילך, from now on, פסול, שמנים, a type of oil that are פסול. The Gemara says, pshita. It's pashut, obviously tar, it's not a wig, rather it's an oil. The Gemara says, no, the chidush is shava, it's tirchala. The chidush is for wax. Ma'adatim, leptilot namichazia. Maybe you can use it also as a wig, kamash malan, that can be used only as oil, not as wig. Omar Rami bar Abin, atarna, it's psolta de zifta. Now you're giving a general rule. When we say itran in the Mishnah, velo itran, this is the residue of the tar. Sha'ava, wax, it's psolta de dufsha. It's the psola, the residues of the honeycombs. Lemay nafkemine. What difference does it make exactly? What is that? The Gemara says, lemekach umemka. If somebody wants, asked us a wax, so he needs to give him the one that came out from the honeycombs, because that's the definition of wax. At can this daf. I want to have a good